পরে আমরা ইউটিউবে ফিরে আসলাম। একটু টেকনিক্যাল প্রবলেম ছিল, এটা শ্যুট করা যাচ্ছিল না। আর বাজারকে শ্যুট করেছে তো আর শ্যুট করে কী হবে, সুতরাং problem right now in the market is more of FII exit fever coupled with a very strong dollar leading to a weak currency and the effect of currency unwinding and thereby unwinding of trades by the FIIs. And I suspect that this will continue till about Donald Trump takes over the chair sometimes in January, but at the same time there will be some kind of a bottoms created at some point of time. I don't see the market tanking by 10% from here, but then definitely here and there a lot of stocks are getting bought at lower levels for intraday maybe or for a swing maybe, not by concept. As on Friday, 18th November, we are talking about the week beginning 21st November, closer to the weekly expiry, and so the volatility will continue. And we would suggest, or my suggestion is like this, that unless the USD INR stabilizes somewhere below 67.50, I don't see the market going up substantially. Yes, there will be delivery based buying at various levels. People will try to buy, like the DIs are buying, and one has to understand that the DIs are buying because they are finding a value in lot many stocks, leaving apart the technical part of it. I don't see the Obama care syndrome in US playing up, because Donald Trump has already made statements regarding that he may not be disturbing the healthcare program as of now. So when that creates a base for a buy in Aurobindo Pharma or a Sun Pharma is a debatable issue, but it looks like that there can be some buying interest generated in these two counters. Of course, there could be other counters also, but my focus would remain with Dr. Lal Path Lab, and we found a lovely movement in Dr. Lal Path Lab last Friday. And again, should it retrace, it's a good to buy installments. It's a buy and hold for a larger time frame and not necessarily for the week. But I will definitely try to buy closer to 1100, sub 1100 in Dr. Lal Path Lab. While that was the part of the story in the pharma space, I would also like to watch whether RBL Bank comes near around 320, 10 to 20. That would be a level for me to enter RBL Bank. Leaving apart from delivery-based ideas, let's understand the market and the Nifty part of it. Nifty having broken 8094 by closing on a Friday points out the fact that it's a closing below the 200 days moving average on a simple basis. And this necessarily is also a theory that there will be substantial testing and retesting of this level at several points of time. But failures would be in order. Failure to move above 200 DMA will be in order, and that's the way it should trade. And কোথাও একটা 7974, 7985 এই জোনটায় এসে আমাকে বুঝতে হবে যে what Nifty behavior patterns are. Bank Nifty, on the other hand, has just generated some kind of a corrective signal, and thereby Bank Nifty is now going to be always a sell on rise, number one. And there will be these occasions of pullback rallies which has to be ignored, and a short position has to be created against these pullback rallies. এখন বন্ধ হয়েছে 18,971, which means just tad below 19,000. I don't see it moving above 19,250-350 level. So keeping that as a strong resistance point, a bank nifty can be sold, or there one can go short, depending on how the market mood is. There could be substantial change in mood if the government does something for the situation to handle the economy. All the good effects of a good monsoon with this currency demonetization now would become a question. You will have the crop and you will not have the money. You have the crop to sell, and since you don't get the money, you can't sell. And crop by nature is perishable commodity, and so no one would like to store it. And anyway, there is no enough storage space for this. So what that will have the effect of the economy in terms of inflation is something to be understood as and when things develop and deteriorates. Right now, it's in a deteriorating situation with all the trucks, stranded, and with all the কি বলবো চারদিকে সবকিছু তো stalemate position আছে. Consumption is going for a 6, be it food, be it white goods, be it vehicles, be it two-wheelers and whatnot. So there's a cascading effect on the economy which the market is dreading, and thereby the stocks are heading lower. That is one part of the story. The other part of the story is that there is a very, very vocal situation about an interest rate cut in India come in December. One is that the treasury yield are pointing out towards a rate cut, which I think can happen. And but then the damage is done. So rate cut may temporarily do some kind of a booster in the market, but then if the main economy is not doing well or is not getting rectified, so the booster dose is not going to have its long-lasting effect. So that is macroeconomy and fundamentals which could possibly drive the market. Technically, because it has closed, as I said, below 200 days moving average, there's a sense that it is supposed to drift down much more. Whether at high speed or not, I don't know. I'm not saying that it's going to be a 10% correction from here, which means Nifty tanking by 800 points. But a 4-5% correction in Nifty can always happen, and one should get ready for that. Having said so, there will be blips of pullback rallies. Those rallies has to be sold into, and the theme of trading would be like that. But I also suspect that if there's some dramatic announcement by the government in terms of mending the economy, in terms of rectifying what's happening, then I think the correction is over. So before that declaration, we need some kind of a corrective action by the government in terms of demonetization effect, and whether the currency, the new ones, are fast moving into the system and people are having money in their hand. That can substantially change the way the market is behaving now. And these things will happen invariably today or tomorrow. They are going to happen. We are at the peak of the problem is fading, and the problem still remains, but there are pockets which have come up in terms of where a 30% unorganized economy of India is handling only cash. Now how that gets transferred into plastic or e-wallet, I don't know, because that will take time. And anyway, after the normalcy of the notes, I think whatever India did for the last 60 years, the same thing will start once again. So I don't see that the cash economy, the cash transfer economy, the cash oriented economy is going to substantially change into a cashless economy. So that is too much of thinking that it will become a cashless. Mandi mein kaun sa cashless hone wale hai? So Mandi will operate the way the Mandis are supposed to operate, and we have to see and we have to go through this. And Bank Nifty has recently generated sell signals, and which means that the banking stocks are going to further fall. or the index is going to further fall. We are below 19,000 in Bank Nifty, and I suspect somewhere around 18,000, 18,200 it should end, the correction should end. So keeping that in mind, do strategies of buying put and things like that. Try to buy the puts the day Bank Nifty is doing well. So don't try to just buy because some lows are getting broken. All taken together, these are difficult trading times in terms of buying and selling, and one need to get an advice on the day, on the moment, to go about how to handle the matter. The buy side of the calls should be avoided as much as possible unless there are definite great idea of picking up delivery for at least 3 months time horizon. In the meantime, the budget is slated to be on the end of January, 31st of January to be precise, and there will be some kind of development of trades for that purpose closer to 10th of December. I am just appointed to remind, by that time the correction should be over. So we are having 1 week or 1.5 week more of correction. That is my sense, unless, as I said, there are some dramatic changes by the government's policies which may positively affect the stock, and if the market finds that the economy is again back to normalcy or going back to normalcy, then this correction is over and we may be seeing a very, very smart up move. So this is overall the framework under which I have thought about the market, more in my newspaper, more updates through Facebook, and more through my WhatsApp as and when people will access that. I'm starting my regular classes every Sunday, covering between trading techniques and technicals, and I'm going to combine the trading techniques and technicals in this class session, and it should start somewhere at the end of November, I thought, but maybe it will start beginning of December because I've got some commitments during the end of November, so maybe at the beginning of December. So from now onwards, hopefully you'll get the regular updates in YouTube. Thank you for watching the show.